I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Never benefit from the affirmative action of generational wealth. If we bankrupt a business or choke in a crisis, we don't get a second, third, or fourth chance. If things don't go our way, we don't have the luxury of whining or cheating others to get further ahead. No. We don't get to change the rules so we always win. If we see a mountain in front of us, we don't expect there to be an escalator waiting to take us to the top. No.
Do y'all hear how racist that is? That's crazy. And it begs the question, first of all, who is we? I'm going to insinuate, since this whole crowd of all these different people are cheering, we means people of color, and that's just what she's throwing in. Clearly, she's insinuating black people, of course. Black people are at the top of the hierarchy when it comes to people of color in leftist ideology. So what she's really meaning is that white people are liars, they are cheaters, they expect everything to be handed to them. White people own this entire system and get to create whatever it is that they want. White people get handed second, third, and fourth chances. How that works, I don't know.
Yeah, don't let these people mind rape you and mind screw you into forgetting about the fact that Kamala Harris said that she wouldn't do anything exclusively for black people and then turned around and did something exclusively for Asian people and then turned around and did something exclusively for white Jewish people. Like, let's just be honest. Like, just because she's black don't mean I want to vote for her. Like, what is she going to do? Like, we need to stop voting for people just because they Democrat, just because we're scared of the Republican representative. Ooh, the Republican boogeyman. Yo, these Democrats ain't done nothing for black people unless you bourgeois black people. You know what I'm saying? But if you at the bottom, they have done nothing for you. But guess what? Those same bourgeois black people that basically get all the benefits from the Democrats, right? They get the jobs, they get to this, they get to that. Those same bourgeois black people haven't done anything for their own people as well. So I guess Kamala Harris is all the same as them.
So for the last couple of decades, the Democrats' greatest weapon to brainwash black people to keep voting for them is the bourgeoisie. They take these clowns, these puppets, these celebrities, and have them convince the masses that they need to vote Democrat, that the Republicans are racist, Trump is racist, McCain was racist, Romney's gonna put you back in chains, George Bush, Reagan was racist. It goes back for decades. This is a common tactic. And when any of these black people decide to step out, decide to leave the plantation, decide that they don't want to be part of the monolith anymore, they get criticized, they get ostracized, get called Uncle Tom, get called a coon, all types of names, and bullied, pressured into voting for the Democrat. And it's happening now. It's happening yet again. We got all of these millionaires, a bunch of multimillionaire black people, part of the bourgeoisie class, sitting here ranting about Trump, completely Trump deranged, and going at black people who dare to step out of line. So we've seen black people, black celebrities, like Malcolm X was saying, there's always some type of entertainer. Black celebrities like Steph Curry, LeBron James, ones from Hollywood, rappers, all of these guys fully supporting Trump. Remember Snoop was talking all that mess about Trump. Next thing you know, a couple of years later, he wants to switch sides. Too late. But these are just a few examples. We have so many more. They always have to use these entertainers as the black leaders, as a stand-in for black people. They don't go and have business leaders. In fact, there was a business leader in Atlanta. He owned a barbershop and he was hosting an event for business, and it was sponsored by Trump. But he hosted it and the black mob came after him. The bourgeoisie condemned them and sent the mob after him. And the man apologized and denied that he said, no, they tricked me. I didn't know Trump was going to be here. So Trump's team had to show receipts to show that this man indeed was a Trump supporter and that Trump sponsored that event. But let's get into some of these Trump deranged millionaires. Let's start with Barack Obama at the DNC.
I'm feeling fired up. I am feeling ready to go, even if I am the only person stupid enough to speak after Michelle Obama. I am feeling hopeful because this convention has always been pretty good to kids with funny names who believe in a country where anything is possible. Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes. We do not need...
You see this same old tactic he's been using for 16 years? Hype and emotion. Oh, you're fired up. You're ready to go. But people get so caught up in it. Oh, he's black. He's handsome. He's tall. He's aging like wine. These are the type of comments you see under these videos. Nobody's talking about policy. Nobody's calling out the fact that Barack Obama built the cages, that Barack Obama killed American citizens without a trial. Nobody's talking about the fact that Barack Obama hyped him up and did absolutely nothing for black people. They're just happy to see him and happy to hear him give his same little slogans from almost 2 decades ago. And funny names, yeah, Barack, funny names because maybe y'all are foreigners. Maybe she's Indian and was raised in Canada, and you, I guess you were born in Hawaii but raised in Asia. Partially, and back to Hawaii, I don't really know. The backgrounds on both of these people is extremely suspect. But Barack Obama, he's all hype, all emotion. Oh, Trump is bad. Are you fired up? Ricky Smiley, this guy, he's been criticized and praised on both ends because he took the check. He's part of the bourgeoisie class, but he took a check from Kamala's team to support Kamala. And he got on his show and just started crying and bitching about the fact that some black people have a difference in opinion and may not want to vote for Kamala. Let's take a listen.
I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Can
Everybody
we be
got
united
to find,
on anything?
Can't agree on a damn bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my damn nerves, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black men, Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court. I got treated bad in court too, but I'm with her because a vote for her. If you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same energy for Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, don't vote for him. It is what it is.
Y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what her record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community or things that black people benefit from a lot. We need to stand with her.
Yes.
We need to stand with her. She's great.
Absolutely.
She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Messy. Be on the right side of history. Be on
Stop
the
it.
right side of history.
It's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful. Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to black
hold
people.
up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic. And Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court
possibly
woman
by
justice.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does
Stop
that
it.
not give you chills?
Come on
Stop
now.
it.
Does that not send
Maria,
just make your
can-
whole body
I can-
vibrate?
Maria,
Oh my
I can go
gosh.
deep into that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's
Come
wrong
on
with
now.
y'all?
Come on, man.
MLK holiday.
But y'all
Baby,
mad because she ain't
y'all.
talking about reparations.
Who was a
Man,
member?
y'all don't
Who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Game.
Oh my God,
Game
that just
changer.
gave me chills. That gave me
Rocky.
chills.
This is how they want us. Low testosterone fools. This is what the Democrat Party wants black men to be. Because when you look at the evolving entertainment sector, when you look at the people who appear on these news shows, podcasts, talk shows, a bunch of effeminate ass, weak ass black men crying, sweet. This is how they want black men. Extremely weak, effeminate, low testosterone, and just believing whatever the elite tell them and just follow orders. Now let's get into another member of the bourgeoisie class. Like I said, there's so many of these people that this video can be hours long, but I'm just listing a few to give a general summary of what we're dealing with here. Spike Lee, full-blown Trump deranged.
Floor. You may have seen a special guest in front of New York's delegation. That was Spike Lee. I just ran into him on the floor a few moments ago and asked him about what this convention means and what it means to have Vice President Harris at the top of the ticket. And this is what he told me. You're here at the Democratic convention. What does it mean for you to be here to see Vice President Harris as the Democratic nominee?
I wanted to be here. This is not history. This is her story. She's going to be the first woman to be president of this United States of America. Blended family, you know, the whole Howard University, HU, you know. So this is a amazing moment in the history of these United States of America. And we got to go forward, not backwards. We got to go forward. We got to advance. You know, to bring equity around this nation where we will lead the world. So, you know, I travel a lot of times outside the United States, and when this guy was president, people, total strangers, will pull me and say, "What the hell is going on?"
Donald Trump.
Yes. I try not to say his name, but people, total strangers on planes, just walking around all over the world saying, "What is wrong with America? How did that guy get elected?" So those 4 years where the world was looking at us like with the side eye, like WTF, and we know what that means.
So Spike Lee allegedly wanted to help black people, particularly in the movie business, and he wanted to help black people, allegedly help black people build up businesses. But he's been supporting a party and continues to support a party, the Democrat Party, that destroys black people, that destroys black neighborhoods, that encourage and incentivize their citizens to be in gangs, to loot, to rob. And they do this by existing laws like, well, you can shoplift up to $1,000. We won't do anything. We're going to defund the police. Oh, if somebody gets shot, we might not even show up. So you're incentivizing this type of foolery to go on. And on top of that, black people disproportionately, black women disproportionately get more abortions than anybody else. And people have been wondering, why is the black population stagnant? It's at 12%. It was at 13 at one point, so it went down a little bit. They're saying, well, why is the Latino and the Asian population rising so fast and black people have been at 12, 13 for 100 years? Well, because black people are killing each other, not only in black on black crime, but mainly at abortion clinics or using abortion pills. And Spike Lee wants to build up the black community, but he's supporting policies that go against this community that he fantasizes about. Now, the last person is Charlemagne. We've heard a whole lot from this fool, man. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. This fool. He completely lost all credibility 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever Biden told him that. But he's been put in the spotlight again because he's part of the bourgeoisie class, and he's a voice for black people, for the general black people. So let's take a listen.
He does not want to be the Republican nominee no more. He is hoping that Republicans do him the way the Democrats did Biden. He wants to be put out of his misery. You can hear it in his voice.
You believe that?
100%. I think, what Nikki Haley said when she said the first party to get rid of their 80-year-old candidate was going to win this election. I think that's going to come to be true. And I think that, he's just over it. I mean, the guy did just get shot at, a month ago? And I think there's some PTSD involved. I think everything that you're seeing right now from Donald Trump is just a response to trauma. He's just staying busy because he absolutely has nothing else to do. Or maybe it's just his ego saying, hey, I need to continue to run because I want to stay out of jail. But I don't think he wants to be the nominee in any way, shape, or form.
Do you think that too? And do you think it goes back to that moment when he was shot at?
I don't think that part. I do think that he is running to stay out of jail. I think the Trump family saw quite a boost, even economically, from his presidency. And I think Donald Trump would do anything to stay out of jail. He has a bunch of folks who follow him. He won at least the Electoral College in 2016. And I think that's what this is about. I think that he has a huge ego and it gets in his own way.
At some point, you got to say enough is enough, though, right? At some point, it's not worth it. You got all of these criminal charges. You're getting shot at. I don't see no enthusiasm from him when he's on the trail. The joke's not even hitting no more. He's never been a big policy person. I don't think he wants to be out here no more.
But Charlamagne, what about the jail issue? I mean, if he loses, never mind pardons and whether Biden pardons him the way out. I mean, just say all that actually happens. You still have state charges that could result in a really long time in jail.
I don't think we'll ever see Donald Trump in a jail cell. He's a white man in America who was a former president. There's a different level of privilege with that. I don't think jail is actually an issue. I don't think we'll ever see Donald Trump in a jail cell.
Michelle Obama talked about that. That's the real affirmative action.
Another millionaire, multimillionaire, crying about privilege. Oh, life is so hard. Life is so bad. You heard Michelle talking about affirmative action. Everything's so terrible. And let me get back in my $200,000 car, go back to my mansion and keep crying because, oh, life is so hard. The white man. These people are absolutely pathetic. But they want to pressure black people. This is the goal, trying to pressure black people into supporting the Democrat Party. They need that vote to be 90%. And it's crazy because if the black vote goes down to 80%, the Democrats in trouble, especially in certain states. When you look at states like North Carolina, Michigan, and Georgia, the black vote is extremely important, especially in Georgia. The Democrats, they allegedly stole Georgia last time. I'm not going to get into that, but you got so many black people in Georgia, in the rural areas throughout Georgia and in Atlanta, and they're voting at a 90% clip for the Democrats. If the Republicans can just get 10% of that, or not even directly to the Republicans, if they can go to independents, if a lot of these black people just sit out, where the Democrats aren't snatching up as many votes as they usually do, then Georgia will be going to the Republicans easily. But the bourgeoisie, they're trying to stop this. They're not trying to sell black people. Look, we're not going to get the hooligans off the street. We're not going to do anything to help you build generational wealth. We're not going to do anything about your education. You got people in high school, black kids in high school, who can't read. You got whole classes in cities like I talked about Baltimore, an entire class of students. The average GPA was 1.5 or something like that. It was insane. There was another school where the valedictorian was giving a speech. The valedictorian couldn't read. This is what's going on in these black neighborhoods, in these black areas. But the bourgeoisie, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about crime, education. They don't want to talk about the everyday things that real black people go through. Because one, they don't understand it. They're too rich and elitist to even understand it. But two, they don't give a shit. They just need black people to fall in line. You're sheep. You're puppets. Just shut the hell up, stop complaining, and vote Democrat. So let's listen to this last guy who's going to give a fiery rant against the bourgeoisie.
Audacity of these motherfuckers. Steve Harvey, L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, Olin Martin. Motherfucking list goes on. Talking about some y'all need to vote for Kamala. Vote for Kamala. Do your research. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all embarrassing us. Motherfuckers, you all are embarrassing us. How dare you all? You all entitled to vote for whoever the fuck you think in your bright head is the best choice. You are not entitled to belittle, punish, and make fun of black men that think the complete opposite. We are not voting for no fucking Kamala. Leave us alone. Just because y'all got fucking paid to advertise good talk from that goddamn administration don't mean all of us have to sell our soul. We picking up books, we reading, we researching. What we not about to do is be bamboozled by motherfucking Steve. Are you shitting me? Boy, you can't even fulfill your goddamn...
He's speaking for way more black people than Charlemagne, Spike Lee, and all them are. This is how black people feel. Black people are fed up with this stuff, and more people are starting to wake up and understand what the Democrats are doing to them. But not enough. Still millions and millions of black people completely brainwashed. So let me know what you think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.